Okay, so we've got the basics of this done now, where we've got all these queries, we've imported the data, we've got a report, and we've got a form for inputting into the main table. But what I'd like to do now, I'd like to sort of make it so that I have like a form to input this value rather than typing it in here. I'd like something a bit more user friendly. So this for me is version 1. I'm going to close everything, okay, and I'm going to go to my folder, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this file, I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to rename this Progress Cars version 2 because I'm going to start working on new things. But the stuff in Progress Cars version 1 that works, I can show that in my report. I'm going to open up Progress Cars version 2, and what I'm going to aim to do is for these make of cars and model of cars, I'm going to aim to create forms which will search for the make and model of cars. So I'm going to start with make of cars first. Just type in Honda. Okay, and it brings up that. Now I'm going to view and look at design view. And because this is version 2, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this parameter query. I don't want it anymore. Okay, now I'm going to run and I get all the cars because I've got no conditions set. Now what I want to do now is I'm going to create I'm going to create a form based on make of cars. So create and form design, I think I want. No, form wizard I want. So with form wizard, the only thing I want to use from query make of cars, so I'm using query make of cars, is make of car. I don't want to use anything else. Click on next, next again. Title do you want for your form? Yeah, make of cars. That's all fine for me. Finish. And now what I get is just this. I just get this table like so. I think I can navigate it. Let's have a look. Plus we can navigate it. No, I can't navigate it. So what I want to do with this form straight away is I want to change this part of it to something called a combo box. So I'm going to get this, right click and change to combo box. Now, combo box is a drop down box. So if I look at it now, form view, okay, so it drops down, but it's still not doing really what I want. What I want to click this and I get all the lists of the makes of cars. So I go back to design view and I'm going to be using this, the property sheet. Excuse my French. Okay, so if that doesn't come up, just double click on this and it will come up. Now you want to be on the data tab, and what we want to do is row source. Now when we click on row source, you should get this. We want the available cars table. Okay, now we can close that. And what we want you to do is make of car. Okay, and we want to sort them by ascending order. And now we're going to save this as cars list. What this is going to do is give us a list of cars we can select from. Okay, so click OK, close, click yes. Okay, now if I do form view, okay, I get all the car makes that we've got available. Some of them are duplicated, and there is a way of getting rid of that, but I'm not going to go into that. I'll just keep it like this for now. Okay, and so I've got the basics of this form going. What I need now is a button, and that button is going to submit the query. So I click on the button box. I want the button to go roughly there. And so we've got record navigation, all these things. If we go to miscellaneous, see here, run query. That's what we want. Click on next, and the query you want to run is make of cars. That's our query. And I'm going to have text, and I'm going to put find cars as my text. Click on next, meaningful name to help you refer to the buttons. Find car, find make button. Okay, and then finish. Right, and what I'm going to need to do, I'm probably going to have to move this, don't like where it is. Design view, because it's on top of, I didn't want to do that either. I want that to be here. And let's go back to home, form view. I go on my phone so I could pick that and I'll click on that. At the moment, nothing's happening. It's just bringing up all the cars. So let's save everything. Save this. And in Make of Cars, what we're now going to do is we're going to do something with design. Okay, and we're going to go in here, the criteria for Make of Car. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and click on Build. And I'm going to build a query. And my query is based on the data that is in, not a table, not a query, not a report, it's in a form. Okay, and that form is in all forms and it's called Make of Cars. That's the form I just created, Make of Cars. Now I want to get the data that is from Make of Car into there. So I'm going to double click on that. It gives me this criteria, forms, Make of Car, Make of Car. Click OK. And then we're going to save. And what we're going to try and do is, let's see, find Make Cars, and now get all the Hondas. If I close this and I change it again, Nissan, find all Nissans, and I get the 2 Nissans. Okay, so you can do pretty much the same thing for model of cars as well.